Hello everyone, welcome to session 112 of Selenium training. In this session, I am going to explain about sendKeys. Okay. So in this session, I am going to explain about sendKeys method of Selenium. SendKeys method of Selenium WebDriver. This session I am going to explain sendKeys method of Selenium WebDriver in detail, guys. In detail. Okay, in detail I am going to explain the sendKeys session of sendKeys method of Selenium WebDriver. So far, in previous sessions, guys, in previous sessions I already explained how to use sendKeys here and there. Wherever it is required, I have already explained sendKeys. But in this session, guys, I'm going to specifically focus on sendKeys and explain all the different activities that can be performed with the help of sendKeys. Okay, using sendKeys method of Selenium WebDriver, we can perform multiple things, guys. Okay, in this session, I'm going to explain all the things that sendKeys can automate as part of Selenium WebDriver. Fine, let's get started. So, what are the different things that sendKeys can automate? At a high level, sendKeys can automate. Sendkeys method can be used with a lot of things. One thing is we can enter text into the text box fields. Okay, enter text into the text box fields. Second thing is you can enter text into the password fields. Okay, not only text box field but also password fields. Password fields, text box fields, password fields. Then you can also enter text into the text area fields. Text area fields. Then you can also select a drop down option. Okay, you can also select an option in the drop down fields. Then you can also select an option in the multi selection box fields. Multi selection box fields. You can also select an option in the multi selection box fields. And also you can upload files. Using sendKeys, you can upload files. And you can also handle the keys. Okay, handle keyboard keys. You can simulate the keyboard keys, guys. Okay, these are a lot of things that sendKeys can perform. Text box, password fields, text area fields, drop down fields, multi selection box fields. Okay, and uploading of files and handling the keyboard keys. All these things we can perform with the help of the single method, that is sendKeys method. Fine. Now let's get started with the practical demonstrations of all these things, from text box to the handling keyboard keys. I'm going to take practical examples of each and everything, guys. Okay, fine. First, let's get started with the text box fields. Using sendKeys method of predefined method of the Selenium WebDriver, you can enter the text into the text box fields. Enter the text into the text box fields. For example, if you go to this umayo.blogspot.com, this application, here in this application, there is a text box field. This is a search field, but this is a text field, guys. This is nothing but a text box field. You can enter some text into the text box. For example, if you want to enter some text, let's say QAFox.com, into this text field, you can do that with the help of the Selenium. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let me practically demonstrate the same thing. I'll go to this application and we'll enter any text, say QAFox.com, into this text field. Let me implement that. First of all, let me create a project here. Right click, new project, search for Maven, select new, next. Okay, sendKeys, escape project. I'll give something QAFox. Okay, and finish. Project will get created here. The project name I gave as SK, a short form for sendKeys. Okay, you can give anything. Expand this, then expand this src test java, expand this package, delete this Java file which got automatically created when creating the Maven project. Now right click on this package and say new class. Name this class as demo1. in this class, create a main method, public static void main, string of aux. In this, write some Selenium code for navigating, for opening this application in the Chrome browser, let's say. Okay. So here I will write WebDriver, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. So you'll get errors because now you need to provide the dependency tags for Selenium Java here. MVN repository, search for Selenium Java, Selenium Java. Go to this and copy this table version. Copy this, add this dependency tags into this form.xml file of this project and save it. After saving, after all the jars of the Selenium Java got downloaded and automatically configured in this project, then you can go to this and hover the mouse on WebDriver interface and import it, and Chrome driver class of Selenium and import it. Similarly, WebDriver manager. Okay, dot. This is also not available. So WebDriver manager, search in Google. You'll get this GitHub Bonnie Garcia link. Open this. Scroll down a bit where you will see this dependency tags. Copy them and add to the pom.xml file of this project, so that you can, from there you can use a WebDriver manager also. Save it. Jar files for this WebDriver manager will also get downloaded and automatically configured in this project. Close this. Now hover the mouse on this WebDriver manager and import it from the Bonnie Garcia. Now WebDriver manager.chromedriver.setup you have to say. Afterwards, you have to say driver.manage.window.maximize, then driver.get. Here you have to provide the application URL, that is nothing but this omega.blogspot.com. I'll provide that as an application URL here. Now guys, after going to this particular application, what I want to do, I want to enter some text into this text box field, say QAFox.com. Okay, so let me inspect this text box field first, where I want to enter the text. I'm inspecting this text box field. So this particular thing got highlighted for the text box field. It doesn't have any ID, but it has some name, guys, name attribute, the value Q. So copy this value of the name attribute. So I can say driver dot handlement by dot name. I will say I'll paste the copied value. Then dot send keys. I am using send keys for entering the text into the this particular text box field, guys. So I will enter this QAFox dot. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. Very simple program. Let me run this program. Right click, run as Java application. You see, in the search box field, QAFox.com got typed automatically. Okay. So that's how we can enter the text into the text box fields. Next one is I want to enter the text into the password fields. For example, in this particular page of omega.blogspot.com, when you scroll down in this particular page, at the bottom of the page, there is a password field, guys. Okay, inspect this password field. So before I automate this, okay, before I enter some text into the password field, I will manually show what will happen when you manually type the text into the password field. For example, I type some text, let's say QAFox here. You see, can you see the text here, guys? It's masked. It's masked. Password if you enter some text into the password fields, if you enter some text into the normal fields, you will see something here. Okay, you can see the text, whatever the text I type, you can see. But when I enter the same text into the password fields, you will not see anything. It will be automatically masked because of the security reasons. So I'm going to automate this behavior. Okay, automate this behavior. I will go to the application and I will try to enter QAFox into this password field. And in the real time, when I execute the automation script, I should see the same thing. I should see the password masked. Okay, that's what is the program about. So I'll go to the same application. So I'll go to the same application, that is, I'll navigate to this application. And after navigating to the application, I will inspect this password field. I will inspect this password field where I have to enter the password. So this is a password field. It has name, guys. Copy the value of the name. Driver dot find element by dot name. Here I have to provide the name. I have to say dot send keys. Here I need to enter the password. This is a password. This is a code for locating the password field. Right here, what are the text I want to enter? I will enter here. QAFox. Okay, let's say. So let me run this code. right click, run as Java application. Let's see the same thing is happening or not. You should open the application and then it should enter the QAFox into the password field, and the password should not be visible to us, rather it should be masked. You see, some text got typed into the password field, it got masked. That's nothing but QAFox, but it is masked. So that's how you can enter the text into the password fields. Similarly, let's type some text into the text area fields. Okay, fine. Let's say I'll open this application again. Same omega.blogspot.com. In this application, there is a text area field. Okay, this is a text box field. This is a text area field. What is the difference between the text box field and text area field? In text box field, you cannot write only single line, whereas in text area field, you can write lot of lines. This the easiest. Let me write some statement here. QAFox.com, the easiest tutorials right on software testing. QAFox.com. I'll repeat that. You see, you can type more than one lines. Okay, tutorials right on software testing. Come, the easiest tutorials on software testing. Like this, I can keep on typing, guys. You can type more than one lines here. First line, second line, third line. Like that, you can write as many number of lines as you want. This is a text area field. Whereas here, this is a text box field. Here, you can only type one line. So, QAFox.com, the easiest tutorials right on software testing. You see, when I keep on typing, it will not go to the next line, guys. It will stay in the same line. Okay, that's the difference between the. You see, I'm typing the second line, but still it is in the same line only. Okay, it cannot reach more lines. So that's the difference between text box field and text area field. This is a text area field, guys, not text box. It is a text area field where you can write multiple lines of text. Okay, like this you can write. So fine. Now, in order to type text into this text area fields, let me inspect this first. Let's inspect this text area field. So it has some ID, guys. This particular text area field has an ID value. So copy this ID. Now here I will say driver dot find element y dot ID. I will give the ID value of that text area field. Then dot sendKeys. You can using sendKeys you can enter the text into the text area fields also. Let me enter that. Okay. QAFox.com. The write this statement. Easiest tutorials right on software testing. Same thing I will keep on typing. If you want to type something like this, you can do that. Give a space, say place, enter, enter again. QAFox.com, the easiest tutorials site on software testing. Press enter. Here again the same thing I will give. Keep on giving the same thing like this as many number of times I can give. Last I'll remove the plus. Okay, I'm concatenating this, guys. Okay, different strings I'm concatenating so that it will form a single single text. Fine, that's fine. So I'm trying to enter good number of lines into the text area field using this method. Let me run this. I am entering the text into the text area field this time. You see it's typing. Okay, QAFox the easiest to do site down sort of it kept on typing the text into the text area field. So we have automated this thing also with the help of the sendKeys. Now let's move to the drop down fields. Okay, now let's move to the drop down fields. So sendKeys can also use with the drop down fields. For example, let me go to the application. Let me manually demonstrate first. This is application. In this application, this is a drop down field. This is a drop down field, right? So in drop down field, you can select options. For example, if I have to select doc3, I can select like this manually. So same thing. I want to simulate with the help of the sendKeys. So in this drop down field, I want to select doc3 with the help of the sendKeys. How to do that? So till here, the code will be same. Till navigating to the application, the code will be same. And from there, I have to inspect this element first. With the help of sendKeys, I'm going to do, guys. It has some ID. This particular drop down field has an ID. Copy this value of the ID. Driver dot find element by dot ID paste dot sendKeys. The sendKeys have to give the option name. That is doc3 is the option name, right? Here you see here doc3 is a visible text. This doc3 I want to select. So how to select? So I'll select from here. Okay, doc3. I will simply type the doc3 here. Doc space 3. That's it. Okay. So this option will now get selected in the drop down field. So, but guys, though you are able to select drop down options from the drop down field with the help of the sendKeys method, methods, but it's very recommended that you use a different different things in Selenium. That is, there is select class in Selenium. Using the select class, you have to do that. In one of the last session, I explained that, guys. Okay, if you remember, let me go to that page. We go to that page where I explained this select class for handling the what is that? Let me find it out. Yeah, this is a select class. So there is a separate session on the select class case. Okay, so for handling the drop down fields and multi selection box fields, okay, you can use select class. You can use, though you can automate the selection of an option from the drop down field using the sendKeys, but it is recommended to use select class with drop down fields and multi selection box fields. For automating the drop down and multi selection box fields, better to use a select class. Even though sendKeys can do the job, it's better to use select class instead. It's recommended. Okay, so you can go through this session if you want. Okay, for understanding that how to do that. But here, guys, just to demonstrate the capability of the sendKeys, I am going to automate this drop down fields. Okay, though it's possible, though it's not that much recommended when compared to select class. Even though, to explain the capability of the sendKeys, I am demonstrating that. Okay, so this statement driver.find elements, this element will locate the drop down field and sendKeys will select this doc3 option in the drop down field. Let's run this program and see whether that is happening or not. We have gone to the application. You see doc3 got selected. Doc3 got selected. If it's very quick, I can add a thread.sleep here so that you can identify that. Okay, you can see that's happening. Thread.sleep. I'll give some 5 seconds. After opening the application, it will take 5 seconds. Then only it will change the option. So it's kind of quick, guys. That's the reason I'm adding this time gap. So this time, after opening the application, it will wait for 5 seconds. You see, by default, older newsletter is there. Let's wait for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it will change to doc3. You see, it got changed to doc3. It's working fine. So you can select an option in the drop-down field, but it is recommended to use select class with the drop-down fields, guys. Though sendKeys is able to do, it's recommended to use select class with drop-down fields. Fine. Now similarly, you can use sendKeys with multi-selection box fields also. If you go to this particular application, this is a drop-down field. At a time in drop-down field, you can only select one option at a time, either doc1, doc2, or doc3, or doc4. Only one option you can select. But guys, in multi-selection box fields, you can select multiple options at a time also. You see here, out of 4 options, already 3 options are selected. That is the functionality of the multi-selection box fields. But guys, sendKeys cannot simulate this. Okay, sendKeys is only capable of selecting only one option at a time. If it selects Volvo option, later if it selects using sendKeys, if you try to select Hyundai, Volvo option will be removed. Okay, so sendKeys is not capable of selecting multiple options like this. This selection of multiple options in multi-selection box field is only possible with the select class. Okay, in the select class only is capable of that, but sendKeys. But if your requirement is only to select only one option in this multi-selection box fields, then you can use sendKeys to some extent. Though it's not recommended, you can actually use sendKeys to select a single option from this multi-selection box field. So every time recommended to use select class for this drop-down fields and multi-selection box fields, guys. Okay. Since Selenium is sendKeys is capable of selecting an option, I'm going to demonstrate that. And just to, it's not recommended, but just to demonstrate the capability of the sendKeys, I'm going to explain. Okay, going to demonstrate this. With the help of sendKeys, I'm going to select an option from the multi-selection box. For that, guys, first I have gone to the application till here. Then I will right-click and inspect the multiple selection box field. This particular multiple selection box field has an ID. I'll copy the value of that ID. Driver dot find by dot ID. This will locate the multi-selection box field. Then I will say sendKeys. Here in sendKeys, I need to provide an option that need to be selected in this multi-selection box field. Let's say I want to select an option known as Audi. So I'll say Audi here. That's it. Now run this program and see that sendKeys will be able to select Audi option in the multiple selection box field or not. Let's check that. Okay. Application has launched. You see Audi option got selected. Okay. It's very fast. You can add some thread dot sleep if you want. Thread dot sleep. Some 3 seconds I will give. Save it. Now run this program again. By default, the audio option is not selected, but after 3 seconds, you can see that. You see, by default, nothing is selected in this multi-selection box field, but after 3 seconds, audio option got selected. That means using sendKeys, we are able to select options in the multiple selection box fields, multi-selection box fields. Sorry. Now, guys, next thing is uploading files. Next thing is uploading files. We completed text box field, password fields, text area fields, drop down field, multi-selection box fields also. Only 2 things are left. That is, one thing is uploading the files, and another thing is handling the keyboard keys. Okay. So let me first explain how to upload the files. How to upload the files. sendKeys can be used to upload a file, guys. So let me manually show what will happen when you upload a file. Okay. So manually, if you try to upload, what will happen is you'll go to the application, scroll down, and try to click on this choose file button. Then you will get this kind of dialog, open dialog. Okay, window based. This is a window based, guys. This doesn't belong to the browser. Okay, it is a window based. So then you will select this QAFox, and QAFox.jpg will come here. Okay, that means this file got uploaded. That states that this particular file got uploaded. But guys, sometimes, but guys, this window dialog need to be automated, right? For that, we need to go for auto AT. So when you click on this upload file button, choose file button for uploading a file, then you are getting this open dialog. This open dialog cannot be automated with Selenium. Rather, you have to go with auto AT. With the help of auto AT and Selenium plus auto AT, you can automate that. But that becomes very complex. The program becomes very complex. So there is a simple method, guys. That is, using sendKeys, you can add the path of the file to this choose file. Okay, it's similar to uploading a file, but you will not click this. Rather, directly the file will be uploaded with the help of sendKeys. You can directly upload the file without clicking this choose file. You can upload the file, guys. Okay, without without clicking on the choose file and seeing this dialog, open dialog. Rather than that process, you can simply paste the path of the file into this upload, and that is nothing but uploading a file itself. Okay, it looks similar to the uploading of the file. So let me automate this. Let me upload this particular image on my desktop. There is an image on my desktop. Okay, I'm not going to upload this file from my desktop, guys. The better approach is that rather the better approach is that I will create a folder in my workspace. Right click on my project, say new and folder. Let me name this file as this folder as files folder. In the files folder, I'll copy paste this image file, png jpg file, QAFox.jpg file. So can I not upload the file from the desktop? It's possible, but it's not recommended, guys. You can still upload this file from the desktop, but it is not recommended. Better to upload the file from the project workspace itself. In the same project, I will create a files folder and I will upload the sample test files, that is sample images, which I can use for uploading. So so from workspace I want to upload. Okay, in the workspace I created a folder. Nothing but this particular files folder is also in my machine itself, right? But when you copy the project, it will be copied to the different machine also. That's where the advantage is there. You can also upload the file from the desktop also, from your local machine also you can do. Same thing you can do, but for demonstration, I'm going to upload from this files folder in my project workspace. Okay, so fine. You can do anything. So uploading the files from a workspace folder instead of a local folder, rather than uploading from my local folder, that is from my desktop or any other folder in any other drives in my machine. What I'm doing is I am simply creating a folder, say files, and in that I pasted the required JPG file name, and I will upload this file name whenever required. I just upload that file. So let's say this is application. Okay, I need to upload here. So right click, inspect this choose file. So it has an ID, guys. This particular choose file, upload file functionality has an ID. Copy the value of this ID. Now simply say driver dot find element by dot ID, element ID of that choose file button. Now dot sendKeys I will say. I will not say dot click, guys. I will not click on this choose file button and then give something, and that is not possible. Rather I will use sendKeys on this choose file button to upload a file. So here in the sendKeys, I have to give the path of this QAFox.jpg file, the file that need to be uploaded. In this sendKeys, I need to provide the path of this QAFox.jpg file. So to give it that path, I need to give the path. First, I need to go to the project path. In order to get the project path, simply need to say system dot get property. In that, I have to say user dot dir. Okay, I will append this path with double slash. After this project path, till here is the project path, and after this double slash, where this JPG file is available under the files, under this project, under the files folder, we have this JPG. So simply I will say files double slash. What is the name of the file? Image file, QAFox.jpg. QAFox.jpg is the file. So that's it, guys. You don't have to click on the upload file button, then do all the stuff. That is not required. Simply, okay, simply find the choose file button, okay, and then using sendKeys, you can give the path of this JPG file that will get uploaded. Let me run this program. Right click, run as Java application, and see whether the file is getting uploaded or not. If it is getting uploaded, you will see QAFox.jpg file name beside that choose file button. Okay, now scroll down. You see beside the choose file button, I can see the QAFox.jpg. That means QAFox.jpg. No, it's not there. I removed it. Now, when you run the program, this particular sendKeys will add the QAFox.jpg file name to that choose file button. It's similar to uploading, guys. Similar to using sendKeys, you can upload in this way. Most of the times it works. Most of the times this particular functionality will work. Using sendKeys, you can upload a file. If you see QAFox.jpg beside the choose file, that means this particular QAFox.jpg file got uploaded. already with the help of sendKeys that got uploaded. But guys, there may be some complex applications in which this choose file functionality may be designed in a different way and you will not be able to upload. Okay, it's not always possible. It's not always possible to use sendKeys for uploading the files. In some in some applications, even though you see such kind of same functionality, still you will not be able to use sendKeys for uploading the files. In such cases, you have to go with different tools like AutoID. Okay, using Selenium. In Selenium, you will be using AutoID, guys. Selenium and AutoID script you will be using in Selenium to automate that kind of window-based dialogues to upload the files. Okay, the sendKeys is not working. The only way is that to click on the choose file. From here, you have to automate with the help of the AutoID script and then upload this file. So most of the cases sendKeys will work, guys, but it may not be possible in all the cases. Okay, some complex applications may have this upload functionality in a different way where sendKeys will not be able to simulate that, upload the files. Okay, in that case you have to go with AutoID. Fine. Now let's move to the last one, that is how to handle the keyboard keys. Using sendKeys, you can also handle the keyboard keys. You can type, you can press enter key on the keyboard, or you can press Ctrl Z on the keyboard. Such kind of all the activities you can simulate with the help of sendKeys method also. So I'm going to simulate that. I'm going to explain that. For example, okay. For example, I'll first go to this. I will take this application example first. I'll navigate to this Tutorials Ninja login page directly. I'll directly go to the login page. The login page, I will enter the username, then enter the password. Okay. I will enter the password. Traditional method is to using mouse, you can click on the login button. Okay. Traditional method is to enter the username, enter the password, then using your mouse, you will click on the login button so that user will get logged in. But there are some situations, even applications will allow you to do something else. So here, after entering the email address, then the password, you don't have to manually move your mouse cursor and click on this login button. What some people will do here is they'll simply click on the enter button on their keyboard. Okay. Now I'm not moving my mouse. I'm not taking my mouse cursor to the login button and clicking, guys. Rather, I'm trying to, on my laptop, I'm trying to click enter key. After entering the username and password, I'm just pressing the enter key on my keyboard. Okay. So here, when you enter the username, after entering the password, when your cursor is here, you didn't take your cursor to here also. Now press enter key. You see what's happening? It has logged in, guys. It has logged in. So you don't have to every time don't have to enter the username, then password, and then manually take your mouse cursor and log in. This may not be the every time. Okay, don't have to do every time. Rather, you can simply press enter key on your keyboard. That will also do the same job. Okay, that will also do the same job. That is, simply enter the username, then enter the password, then press enter key on your keyboard. Okay, directly enter key on your keyboard. So this is one of the test case, guys. For if you are a tester and you are already testing the applications, you also do this testing where, okay, without using mouse, using your keyboard case, can you log in or not? That is, by entering the username password, then pressing the enter key on your keyboard, you should be able to log in. That's one of the basic behavior of the applications. As a tester, we should test this kind of scenario also. Okay. So using automation, how can you confirm that? Using automation, how can you confirm that? By entering the username and password and then pressing the enter key, we are able to log in or not, you have to find out. Okay. How to do that? I'm going to demonstrate that. Okay. I'm going to demonstrate that. So let me, so the application URL is different here. It's not omaya.blogspot.com, rather it is this URL, tutorialsninja.com/demo, login page of that application. So directly I'm going to this page. So I'll give the page URL here directly. So after going to that page, first I will enter the username first. Okay, email address first. Inspect this text box field. It has an ID, input email. So copy that ID value. Driver dot find element by dot ID. In this I will provide the ID value. Then dot send keys. Yeah, send keys for entering the text into the username field. Okay, I have to enter the email address into the email address field. So what is the email address? ravi.kiran1@gmail.com. I have to give like this. Okay. Second thing is that after entering the this thing into the email address field, I need to enter password into the password field. So let me inspect the password field. It has also an ID. Okay, copy the value of the ID attribute. Now say driver dot find element by dot ID. This is a password field. This is for locating the password field. Inside the password field, you are entering some text. The password, that is R Kiran, is a password. Okay, you have entered the R Kiran here, like this. After that, after this, you are going to use sendKeys for handling the, for typing the, for pressing the enter key on your keyboard. Okay, rather than clicking this login button using Selenium code, what I'm going to do is, I'm simply at this point of time after entering the username and password, I'm pressing the enter key on the keyboard. I want to press enter key on the keyboard. Okay, and see whether you are able to log in or not. So to enter the enter key on the keyboard, I have to say driver dot. I'll inspect this login button. So it has some value. So Control F, input value is equal to login. This will locate the login button. So on the login button, I will simulate the enter keyboard key. Okay, enter keyboard key. So for that, I will write driver dot find element by dot CSS selector. This is for the login button. I will say dot send keys. Inside the send keys, I have to give keys dot enter. Okay, keys dot enter. So send keys, for the send keys method, you are passing keys dot enter. That means you are passing the enter key on your keyboard. So send keys will press this keyboard key, that is enter key, on this particular element. On this particular element, enter key will be pressed. Enter key will be pressed. So here, what is keys and what is enter? Okay. So in Selenium, this keys belongs to Selenium API itself. Let's go to seleniumhp.org. Let me show you that keys. Okay. So go to download, go to Java doc. This is the API library of the Selenium WebDriver. Control F, search for keys. Okay, keys. There's a keys predefined class in Selenium WebDriver API. This keys has all the keys. You see, it has all the keys, guys. This keys predefined class of Selenium has all the different keys. Okay, you can say keys dot add alt control. Okay, you can do all the stuff. Enter is also there. You see enter key, for enter key, enter button is also there here. Like that, all the keyboard keys, whatever the keyboard keys you have, will be available in this list. Okay, maximum keyboard keys will be available in this keys list. So using this keys class and its predefined enum constants, okay, you can simply say keys dot enter, keys dot enter, keys dot enter. So fine, guys, let's run this code to see whether this enter key is simulated or not. If the enter key is simulated here properly, user will get logged in. After entering the username password, you are simply pressing the enter key on this login button. Okay, it should log you in. Let me run this program. Right click, run as Java application. So inside the send keys, I have passed keys dot enter key. Okay, it will press the enter key on my keyboard. You see, it will be very fast. Username, password, enter key. That done. It has taken. It has logged you in. Okay, it got logged in. You see, you are seeing the logout button. Okay, logout option. That's fine. That's the main purpose. Now, using chord method, there may be some situations where you don't have to enter a single keyboard key. Okay, in the previous example, in the just now given example, okay, you have only pressed one key, that is keys dot enter key. You only pressed a single key, that is keys dot enter. But in some situations, there may be some situation like this. Okay, I'll be entering QAFox.com into the text area field like this. After entering the text area field, after entering QAFox.com into this text area field, I will press Control plus Z on my keyboard. Okay. After entering QAFox.com, Control Z, I will say. What will happen, guys? If I say Control Z, it will be reverted. The code, whatever the text you typed, will be removed. Right? You will go back to previous state of this text area field. So this is what I am going to simulate, guys. So here Control Z involves two keys, Control key and Z key. I have to press together. I have to press Control Z key together. So to achieve such kind of challenges using these keys, okay, keys also has a predefined methods. Okay, predefined methods are there. In that we'll be using this chord method of keys. Okay, chord method belongs to the keys class. Okay, in Selenium, using chord you can pass multiple keys. Okay, you can pass multiple keys. This chord will combine all the keys and press them together. Okay, using the chord method of the keys class, you can press multiple keys together. Let me simulate that. Okay, so I'll simulate on this homaya.blogspot.com application. As I mentioned, I'll go to this application. Then I will, after going to this application, I will enter this text into this QAFox.com text into this text area field. Let me inspect this text area field. It has some ID, TA1. Copy this ID value. I am entering some text into the text area field first. Dot send keys. Here I will give QAFox.com. I just entered QAFox.com into the text area field. After that, I will just wait for 3 seconds. I'll just wait for 3 seconds. Okay. Now I will say driver dot. After 3 seconds, I'll say driver dot find element by dot same ID inside the same text area field. Okay, inside the same text area field, I am going to press two keys together. That is Control Z keys. Okay, Control plus Z. Keys dot. You have to say keys dot chord. Okay, in order to execute multiple keys together, keyboard keys together, you have to say keys dot chord. In that, you need to pass keys dot control is one key, control is one key on your keyboard. In the double quotes, you have to mention small z, control z. So these two keys, control key and z key, will be combined together with chord and pressed together. Okay, this is how you have to execute. You have to press multiple keys on your keyboard using send keys. Okay, so let's see. First, QAFox.com will be typed into this text area field. Afterwards, after 3 seconds, it will control z. Control z means whatever you type will be removed immediately. Let me run this program. This is how you can handle keyboard keys using send keys. Okay, you can do that. You see, first you type, after 3 seconds, it will press Ctrl Z. You see, when Ctrl Z, it go back. So that's how, guys, you can handle the keys using send keys. So I have demonstrated all the activities that can be performed with the help of send keys in this session. That is entering text into the text box field, entering password into the password fields, entering the text into the text area fields, selecting an option in the drop-down field, selecting an option in the multi-selection box field, uploading files, okay, and then handling the single keys and multiple keys. We can use send keys. We can use send keys for all these purposes. So this is what about the send keys in detail, guys. See you guys. Bye.